Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of the series. Here I will just continue from where I left off in the previous tutorial, the intro. So first off, the first thing that we need to do is actually install and configure SSH protocol on both machines. What I will do here is simply use my default packet manager and type in yum search. The packet name is OpenSSH, so OpenSSH. Let me just go ahead and cancel all updates. And there we go. It's going to start searching for it. If it finds it, it's going to pop it. I sincerely hope that I've written it in the proper manner, as I'm notorious for my spelling errors. However, it is necessary for you to do this in order to find this package so you know where it is and what it actually, so you know where it is and from where you can pull it. And there we go. Took it a while because I do need to do the updates at a certain point of time when I get around to it. But it says OpenSSH.x86_64. It says an open source implementation of SSH protocol version 1 and 2. So you have two versions of this SSH protocol, and it is very important that you have compatible versions, not only in terms of version 1 and 2, but also in terms of updates. You need to keep it up to date, or you need to keep it compatible with the SSH version on the other end, because there are some patches of SSH which are not compatible with one another, especially the really old ones. Sometimes they're not compatible with the new ones. These sort of problems are usually encountered when you're logging into your home routers via SSH. Rarely anybody does that, but if you do try it, you will see that sometimes it says that it's just a mismatch, version mismatch. It cannot log in. The protocols do not match. Anyway, in order for you to install it, you would just type in yum install and type in open. Oops, not this one. Just open SSH.x86_64. Press enter and this will install it. You can also pass an additional -y command. I have explained what this is in the previous tutorials, just to skip any sort of prompting of questions. And this is going to fly. You're going to be able to install SSH in such a way. So there is no need to do any additional configuration on the destination computer and the destination machine. However, when we switch over to our virtual machine, so I'll just go ahead. I have several of them running here. It's eating up my resources, but oh well, I do need them. If I go ahead and go into my Fedora 21 virtual machine, as you can see, I've already been tampering with the configuration here. So I'm just going to go ahead, clear the screen, go back to my root directory, clear it again. And now the configuration file for SSH is located within, so etc SSH, press enter, ls, and I don't want this out, but just type in "L", it's much better that way. So you have, I don't know, moduli, SSH host, RCA key, all of that. We're not really that interested in all of those things. Rather, instead, what we want is this SSHD_config. That is of great importance to us, and that is what we need to be dealing with now. So just go ahead and use your favorite editor. I would advise you to use terminal text editors because they are able to run within root permissions. If you try to run anything else with root permissions like gedit or something of a kind, it can be problematic. So just use the terminal one. If you don't want to use VI, I can understand you. It's kind of complicated, but nano is fairly simple and anybody can use it. So SSHD, tabify it, and you're going to be prompted with this configuration file. So you won't need to be doing any serious tampering here. You don't really need any programming knowledge to do this. It's fairly simple. These hashtags, they represent comments. They're commented out lines. Basically, what commented out lines means is that system will completely ignore that line. It will not take it into consideration. By removing these hashes, the system will be able to interpret these commands and then act accordingly. So what we need, it says permit root login. Scroll down and go to where it says permit root login. It says yes by default. However, it is commented out. And all the SSH protocols on all Linux machines, wherever SSH is installed, by default, root logins will be disabled, either by having a different argument here or by just being commented out. So what you need to do is remove the comment line, press Ctrl O to save it, enter, and Ctrl X to exit. It is necessary for us to log in as root primarily because we won't be able to do anything if we're not root, primarily, especially with Wireshark. But we're not doing anything with Wireshark. However, here on the remote machine, however, the same permissions apply for TCP dump. As I've explained, it works in a very similar fashion as DShark. So the next thing you need to do after you have changed the configuration, you need to restart the service, or if it's not running, you need to start it. So type in service SSH D restart. Sorry. Let me just correct my command here. Service SSH restart, and there we go. If you get this output, it means that everything has went fine and that the service has been started. In case your service was not started prior to this, in case it was not running, you can just type in service SSHD start. The service command supports several arguments, so you have start, stop, and restart is not listed here, but you can also write restart and it will recognize it, no problems. Excellent. Now that we have our SSH protocol configured on the remote machine as well, the next thing that we need to make sure is that you need to install TCP dump, although on this machine it is already installed. But here's how you would do it. So basically you type in yum search TCP dump, press enter, and you should be able to find it here. It's going to be listed pretty soon. There we go. You have this packet here, which fits our description. So it says tcp dump.x86_64. Description is network traffic monitoring tool, pretty much the same as DShark. Anyway, in order to install it, you type in yum, as pretty much with any other package. Install, and type in the name of the package here. So let me just go ahead and copy it so that I wouldn't make any mistakes. Paste. Nope. Okay. So tcp dump.x86_64. Doesn't want to copy paste for some strange reason in this virtual machine. Doesn't matter. This is the command that you would use in order to install tcp dump. Press enter and it's going to run, install, that's it. So this is all the necessary configuration that you need to do on your remote machine. You don't actually need to do anything else. From this point on, you can just close it, sit back and relax, and go back into the machine that you want to save the output to. And from this point on, we will only be working on the destination machine. There we will need to create a pipe, and we don't need to do any more SSH configuration there. In any case, thanks for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you in the next one.